Hello everybody, it's another beautiful day with Sable here in the round pen, and today we want to work a little bit more on turning and doing some smaller, tighter circles, first in the walk and then in the trot. And all these exercises are there to help Sable to manage her balance and to think about where her feet are. As we're moving around here right now in the walk, we're just doing a little serpentine pattern around these little cones that we have here. And it's not per se a super difficult exercise, but it's more of a concentration and focus and, kind of staying with me as we're being very particular on as to where her feet need to be placed in order to make these little shapes happen. And it's actually, I think, kind of fun for the horses. After a while, they get the hang of it, and it's sort of a regularity that comes with, doing these types of patterns just as they are under saddle. There's a certain predictability, and out of that predictability and out of the feeling that runs through their bodies as they're stretching and bending laterally and longitudinally, that feel good feeling come on, translates ultimately, I think, into a sense of comfort, and then with that a sense of motivation. Good girl. So, and that is sort of a nice beginning. And then I'm going to take her into the trot here for a moment. And I will do in the trot some turns that are kind of mimicking the teardrops that I've been showing you in a different video, where it's about horses that are a little bit of on the runaway side. And you can look that up. I'll put a link in my description. But for now, I'm just going to start gently with a little bit of trot. And trot. Sable, come. Good girl. So I'm just going to take her around me here for a moment. There you go, a little circle. Easy. Come, stay in the trot. Good girl. Easy going trot. Oh, so much for easy going. So we're, working and making this a work in progress, of course. And then I'm going to, before things go much farther, I'm going to change and do a little turn like that. And what that does to the horse is she has to, just like she did in the walk, have to think about where her feet are and what she has to do in order to stay on, this whatever circular or oval shape that we're on here. And she's a little bit distracted. There are other things going on here today, but we're just going to go through these motions for a moment. There's another turn. Very nice. And if she goes into like a tiny bit of canter for a moment, that come. I don't mind that so much. I'm at this point, trying to discourage the constant scratching on her feet a little bit, and so no big deal, this is what it's about. We're going to give her a little bit of a walk break and not do too many repetitions in a row, because that will bring the adrenaline up. As you can see, the canter in there, and now she wants to scratch again. And as I said before in my other previous videos, the scratching is a little bit of, I think, a release of tension. When the excitement or the stress builds a little bit, she starts to scratch a little bit more. And I think that's fine at times, but I think at other times we need to say we're not going to try and let her turn that into a habit. And so here is a nice little stretchy walk again. Come on, and I'm going to do the serpentine pattern one more time with her, just to always think, activate both sides of her body, but also both sides of her brain. That's what these things are so good for. So I'm going to go around here again. Like I said before, it's a predictable pattern, and at the same time, it's not an easy thing to do. So it makes her think, it makes her kind of balance herself, makes her, look at me, look at herself in some ways, to see, how is the best way, how can we get around these things in a nice, easy way. And then we're going to go back into a little bit of trot here in a moment. Good girl. So, come and trot. Come. So, Good. Good. Little circle here first. So, good girl. Easy, good girl. So, and then we're going to do a turn again. So the reason she's reacting that way again was me having to go and speed up my own movement, my own steps here for a moment, catch up with her because my lines would have run out otherwise. And that's okay. I don't even think that's a really bad thing. I'm just going to, see if we can get her back to a little bit more quiet. Oh, quiet trot here in a moment. And then we're just going to do another turn. So, come, trot. So, it's good. Come. So. Oh, good girl. So. And as you can see, the line just draped over her back, so that I need to correct that. And then we can continue a little bit more. Come on, good girl. So there it is. All these things are moments that, we have to weather together. She could have made a much bigger fuss about the line over her back, but she didn't. So I'm quite happy about that. And I'm going to give her a little bit of a walk break again here. Good girl. So I'm going to take this moment to pick up the little cones again. Good girl. And then we're going to do it again in a moment. And it's important that, these little segments, on some days, I may just do 1 or 2 turns. On other days, like today, where we still have a little bit of excitement going, but we don't have like explosive reactivity, there I'm just going to say to her then, okay, we're going to have a little bit more of the same small repetitions. Just 1 turn here, 1 turn there, and then maybe a little bit more, and then a walk break again. Come and trot. Good girl. So that she slowly strengthens not just her body, but also her mental capacity to focus and to stay with me, even as the natural adrenaline levels are rising. There's a little bit of trot, canter in there. That's okay. So maybe I'll let her canter for a little bit. So maybe that's how I change my plan right now. Not rather than doing more turns and trying to make her slow down when she's rushing a little bit like she does now, I will work her in the canter for a moment. Why not? Let her get that out of her system. Canter. Good. So. Exactly. Very good. Why not? Yeah. There you go. Good girl. And if she needs to have a little yahoo out, come. That's okay. As long as it's not out of control. There you go. Good girl. Yeah. So. Good girl. So. Come. And right now, I will determine for how long she will again stay in the canter. So it's not like a free-for-all for her. I'm going to keep encouraging her to stay in the canter a little bit longer than maybe what she had thought. And trot. I'm going to let her trot it out here for a moment. So that's good. That's all right. There you go. So it's good. And walk. So, and the reason I said that just now, that it will be my decision as to when she stops cantering, is that even in the third gait in the canter, I maintain my leadership position. And it's not a strong, dominant dictatorship. It's a gentle one where I just kind of encourage her and say, one more step. And then she accepts that, even if she canters a little bit slower at times and rushes a little bit more. But ultimately I say, now you canter, and now you trot, and now you walk. And the fact that she listens to that, even if there are bucks in there, and a little bit of a rushy canter, I don't care, because we're still working along the lines of the same agreement that we had a moment ago. You know, that basically I am as the leader in charge of speed and direction. And as that leader, I need to be responsible and say, you know, this is okay, this is allowed right now. And now we're going to come back and do some more work together. I'm going to actually have a canter to this side also a little bit, just to even it out, might as well. And then we're going to return one more time to the turns in the trot. Come on, and trot. Come on, Sable. Good, good. Good girl. Come, come, come. So, und pass auf. Pass auf. Pass auf hier. Come, und canter. Good. Good. Come, canter. Good, good, good. Come, come, come. Good girl. So, doesn't have to be very long. One more round without an extended canter stride would be nice. Good. And trot. Trot. Oh, that's good. So one round of that nice longer stretchy trot. So, good girl. And walk. So I have to be very conscious about how much energy I allow her to expend. So it's okay to get some yahoos out, but it's not okay for me to go into this, you know, limitless running around kind of feeling. I'm gonna just put up this little cone again. So I'm gonna let her catch her breath here for a moment. So that's good. And throughout this whole thing, you know, there was no inverted back. It was all really nice, you know, a very healthy frame in which she moved. And so that is good for her whole body. So I'm gonna go back one more time here to, yeah, good girl. Yeah, all right. I think at this point the scratching might also be related to a little bit of sweat that's building. And I'm gonna just adjust this one little leather strap that's holding the reins back. It just came undone. No wonder with a little bit of this commotion. All right, so walk on. So, and off we go again. We're going to do the little serpentines one more time. Come. So, very good. So, very good. One more time. So, it's good. So, it's good. Come. So, very nice. Good girl. So, then we're going to come back here one more time and change one more time directions. That's a good girl. So, and then we're going to see what the trot feels like now to her. Good girl. Okay. Come and trot. Good. Very good girl. Come, 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 come. So it's good. So, just a little circle here first. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Easy, easy. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, yeah, that was a little bit late. But sometimes, you know, I try to direct her in a certain way, but sometimes the connection takes a little while for her to compute what I'm saying to her. And I don't want to be manhandling her. Good, good. So it's good. Alles good. Again, I have to be super careful with my own body language because she's so sensitive. Good girl. So it's good. So we're going to do it again. Good. Good. Very good. Come, 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 come. So, come. Good. Good girl. So, it's fine. So, now I'm just going to let her stretch a little bit here on a large circle. And just a really nice fluid trot that I'm getting from her right now. You know, and it doesn't matter if she goes a tiny bit behind the vertical at times. That is just her way of, you know, how she moves through her body. I will always, you know, discourage that, of course, but you can't micromanage every little movement. There you go. I get a really nice regular breath snorting from her in the trot now, and that's really all I wanted for today. So, and let's walk. Good girl, Sable, good girl. So I'm gonna say thank you to you, Sable, and this is pretty much all I wanted you guys to see. And so much for today. Thank you for watching, and until soon.